My roommate was cyberbullying me, so I catfished her.
Nah, just throw some water on your computer.
First off, this happened when I was in college, and I'm not this petty anymore. Okay, good to know. I know the title is crazy, but trust me, it will all make sense. When in college, I, 20 female, lived in a sorority house with some of my sorority sisters that were around my age. I shared a room with another girl. Let's name her Mary. By the way, this comes from user StinkyCat3 on the r/OKstorytime subreddit. So, it was her first time living outside her parents' house, and I had gone out on a limb to advocate for her to live in the house as she was a newer member.
Okay.
I tried to be extra supportive to Mary as she adjusted to living on her own for the first time and all the emotions that came with it. That's very nice. I even offered to be her roommate so I could look after her,
Aw.
make that transition easier for her, and try to be helpful older sister. Try to be that helpful older sister type.
Okay.
That's yeah.
That's sweet.
Plus, like, I guess, like, in the sorority house, like, you're big or whatever.
Yep.
So
Being
cool.
a good example here.
Yeah, look at you. Social media was something that was rather new. I'm old, and there were only a few sites available. Whenever something new came out, we all joined and followed each other.
Nice.
When Twitter became big on our campus, I suggested to Mary following each other as she had recently joined, and I already had an account. Okay. She denied and played it off, so I did not think much about it. We were otherwise really close and did pretty much everything together. We had been living together for almost the entire school year at this point and had been going well, or so I thought. I would notice Mary on her phone a lot more. Catch her saying things under her breath and giving me the cold shoulder. It came out of nowhere, so I would ask other housemates, and they told me I was reading into things and should let it go. Interesting. I tried not to think much about it, but it would nag at me over time. This came to a head when I was asked to help one of our other members make their Twitter account. Like I said, it was still rather new, and some people did not know how to operate it. As I was showing her how to navigate it and add people, Mary came up to us and suggested that we added her. I helped facilitate that, and Mary accepted her almost immediately. Mary had a private account and was very selective about who followed her, so I found this a bit suspicious.
Weird.
So Mary lied, or not necessarily lied. She's just like, oh, I don't want a Twitter account.
Yeah, she's doing something with that Twitter account.
She's ranting about people. It's her little diary.
Uh-oh.
Her little internet diary.
Her internet diary.
Later that day, when I got on my computer to work on homework, I found that I still had Twitter open. There were many new notifications, and when I went to read them, I realized it was not my account, but the other members.
Oh.
Most of the notifications were from Mary.
Okay.
And saw that she had been writing things about me.
Oh.
Not about you, OP, but we kind of expected. She would complain about my boyfriend calling me every night to say goodnight because it was annoying. Make fun of the way I looked. I am a heavier set than she was, and she felt I looked gross.
Oh.
And would live update what I did during the day to highlight how lazy she felt that I was. This was very shocking to read, and I immediately felt angry and hurt. While I felt inclined to read more about what she had written, I felt bad knowing that I was using another person's account. It made me feel a bit icky to continue. This is when I decided to make a fake account to see if I could get Mary to follow me.
Ooh.
Okay, all right. I made a vague account stating that I was a member of our sorority from another school and used stock images to try and make it look like a real account.
Beautiful.
All right.
People do this every day to me.
You're like, that's not a real person.
Yeah, they're like, click this link. I'm like, no thank you, pretty lady.
We go all the way back. I added a few people that we mutually knew, especially ones that I knew would interact with me to see if she would take the bait. It only took a weekend, but she requested my fake account to follow her.
Okay.
Oh, she requested your fake account? That's crazy. When she accepted my follow, I decided to do a deep dive and read all of her tweets.
Ooh.
I quickly noticed that she was using her account as a diary of sorts, like I said.
Keon called that.
A diary. She would complain about anything that bothered her, would shout out things she liked, discuss pop culture headlines, etc. She's treating it like Facebook, kind of. I found many more posts like what I had read and copied them into a Word document for me to keep in the case I needed it in the future.
Nice.
Mary wrote many hurtful things about me over the course of the year we lived together, and it was pretty hurtful after how caring and supportive I have been at the start of the year. While I was accumulating all of the tweets about me, I noticed that she was writing about our sorority meetings and our sorority secrets.
Oh gosh.
Listen, I have friends in Greek life. You don't. That's like sacred stuff.
Yeah.
The sororities, like meetings, whatever. You can do whatever, as long as it's like mundane. But the secrets, if those go out, you can get like they'll
Jail
kick you
time?
out. Not jail time. They'll just kick you out of the sorority.
Gotcha.
But like pretty bad stuff, depending on what you do. Just this changed the focus of my operation. She did not have only sorority sisters following her, so she was breaching our confidentiality with these tweets. No wonder she was so selective with who followed her. So this might even get everyone who's involved.
Yeah.
Before we continue, what do you think OP's doing the right thing?
Yeah, I think she's trying to cover her butt. She's hurt right now.
She's especially since she was there for Mary. But do you think OP should have waited or like get all the facts first or like confronted her immediately? What would you done?
No, I think what she's doing, she's getting all the facts right now.
Okay.
And then I think once she understands everything, she will go after it.
Okay. I would have like waited maybe like a couple weeks and like what she's doing, the Word document, get it all on paper.
Yeah.
But then be like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Especially since you're living with her because they're roommates.
Mm-hmm. And that's your homie. You thought,
but she's not really your homie.
That sucks. That's what hurts the most.
Yeah, all the BS talking behind your back.
Yep.
For all that you've done for her. Try to be like a big sister and...
That's horrible.
I opened a new Word document and began to copy and paste all of these messages and their timestamps.
Oh,
she's really
receipts.
Once I had reached the end, I saved the file and waited to strike.
Oh boy.
Like a little snake. I knew we were having another big meeting in a few weeks and wanted to see if she would write anything during that meeting.
Okay.
I would casually update the fake account to make it look like a real person. Mary would even message it occasionally to get to know them better. So Mary just like is a very selective people. Like, I like you. You're not even real.
Dude, this is great.
Yeah.
Like, if she was actually a media person, she'd be phenomenal.
She's like behind the scenes.
Yeah, she's like connecting with people.
She's going through
about
the
similar
trenches.
content.
That's crazy. When the meeting came, I was anxious because I felt guilty for catfishing my roommate, even though she was doing something that was against our sorority bylaws.
Yep.
Yeah, see, the bylaws is where it comes in. I waited until I got home that night to check the account, and boom! There were multiple messages about things that were being discussed and what she had thought about them. OP knew she was going to do it. I added them to the document and then wrote an email to our chapter president with it attached. After that, I no longer wanted to be involved.
Okay, nice. You got out. You got out nice.
Yeah, you're like, this is the information.
The evidence.
I'm out. I made plans to move out with one of our sorority sisters into our own apartment, and I put a distance between myself and Mary.
Okay.
I was cordial to her until the move-out date and any function that I saw her at afterwards.
Wow.
But you know what you can do every day, guys? You can tap our profile. We're live 3 p.m. PST every day. Just tap it.
Easy. Dude, that sucks having someone you took under your wing and they just kind of like...
You wanted to be like
that.
a role model. Like you're seeing like this person who has like trouble coming in. You're like, I've been there.
Yeah.
Like I see myself in your shoes. Let me help you out. And then you're like, hey, let's be roommates. Yes, great. Now we're being like really close. And then why don't you follow me on Twitter? I don't have a Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Everyone has Twitter, but like that's okay. And then you see that she has Twitter, and then you look at the account. I'm surprised like nobody else has brought it up.
Yeah.
Because other sorority sisters follow her.
Well, it seems like this sorority sister was probably like at a higher, probably had like a higher like status in the thing, and she was looking for other lower members.
Still, even then, if you're on the sorority, stuff like that spreads like wildfire.
Yeah.
Drama, anything that's like, cause everyone, like, especially sororities, I noticed that people talk behind each other's backs all the time. But the fact that a lot of other members in that sorority follow that account and they know what she's saying and like the updates on OP.
No one said a word.
No one said anything.
That's not a good look.
So I would.
Would you also screenshot all the people that are following it?
Oh, I'm petty.
Yeah.
I'm petty AF.
This happened to me. I can do an okay story time, but something similar like this happened to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But again, if I saw her talking to like, oh, Mary was talking to Sarah, and then Sarah was talking to, somebody else, and they're all just like, oh, yeah, she is lazy. Oh, she does suck. I'm like, okay, what the
heck?
Why are you talking? I don't even know you.
Yeah.
So
kind of whack.
I would, as long as like everyone's who's following her, they know what's going on. They're just not saying anything. It's like, oh, someone's bullying you, and everyone's watching, and they don't do anything. You're just helping the bully out.
Yeah.
So, as far as I know, she was taken into a meeting with our sorority governing panel and was reprimanded.
Nice.
Called it. I think she was unable to attend some events and was encouraged to delete her Twitter account. 6 months later, Mary added me on her new account and I accepted her.
Uh-oh.
Full circle. She no longer wrote about sorority meetings. However, I did see her complain about her new roommate, so I guess she did not learn anything.
Oh gosh.
I never confronted her about everything that she wrote about me, and it took me a long time to work through the feelings related to what she said. She has since tried to be my friend, but while I forgive her, I have not forgotten. That's a strong line right there. I have done a lot of work on myself, and I am a much stronger and confident girly. And that's the end of the story.
LFG, that's good that you
LFG.
worked through that. I agree with you on not confronting that person, because you only confront people that you super duper care about.
Well, that's the thing. She did super duper care about her
at the time, but it's different. If someone's your roommate and you have the option not to live with them, you can like not confront them and just kind of separate yourself. But if it's like a family member, like your brother or your sister, you got to confront them about it.
It sucks because, again, with the sorority, I guess she did get reprimanded. She got like a slap on the wrist, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this. Great. Delete the account. Great. The thing is, I'm seeing this person who at least I know she's talking behind my back. I'm seeing her not consistently, but you're gonna be seeing her pretty much on maybe a daily basis or like at least a very common basis. I would at least be like, hey, I saw what you put.
Yeah.
It's out there. What the heck?
Yeah.
So I would at least confront her. I mean, she got confronted by the panel, I guess, but like maybe OP's not a confrontational person, but I would be like, hey, you're talking behind my back.
As a non-confrontational person, you did the right thing.
I like to be petty. So like I would have been like, let's full force.
You got everything out of it you could.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see her face like pale. But that's the end of the story, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.